Your assignment for the week is to shoot the 2 different types of A-roll and the multiple types of B-roll that we've been talking about. To do this, the most important thing that you have to remember before you start out in this assignment is to bring the memory card with you. I don't have any extra cards to sign out, but you are going to need to bring and to purchase your SDHC card, the memory card. It has to be either the Class 10 or the Class 6 memory card. You can get one at Best Buy or Micro Center. Hopefully you've already purchased one. In a second, I'm going to show you a list of shots that you need to complete for this assignment, and I will also put them in printed form on Moodle. I'll show you that too, but you might want to print them out before you come to pick up camera equipment so that you have them to take with you when you do this assignment. It's okay to bring a friend along if you want to make sure that they can look through the lens to make sure the interviewee subject is in focus, or if you're standing in the right place in your stand-up, that's acceptable as well. When you pick up the equipment and you have your memory card and you head out, what you're being asked to do is go somewhere on campus or go somewhere a short distance from campus and find a scene where somebody or some people are doing something, okay? When you find people doing something, think to yourself, oh, maybe I can make a story about this. So here's some examples. Maybe you see people playing a ball game outside. Or maybe you see people driving around and around looking for a parking space. Or maybe you see an employee working somewhere. Or maybe you see somebody in the cafeteria setting up. Or maybe a maintenance crew who's polishing the hallways or cleaning the floors in the hallways. Or maybe actors or singers are practicing in a room for an upcoming event. Think of how you can make up a pretend news story based on what you see them doing. It doesn't have to be true. This is purely a made-up assignment. It is not being broadcast anywhere. It is not being published anywhere. This is just for your experience in thinking how news stories work visually, okay? So let's use as our example a maintenance worker who's polishing the floors. You might come across one, and you can make up in your mind, maybe I'll do a story that there's new polish being used at OU to make the floors look even shinier. So the first thing that you would do is take a look around, see if this has a lot of video possibilities, see the person who's doing the floor polishing, say to them, do you think you have a minute here that I could ask you a couple of questions on camera? I'm actually just doing this as a classroom project. It's not going anywhere. I just need to interview somebody. If they say okay, then you're ready to roll. You would ask the person working a few questions. Again, as I recommended before, you set up your camera, do it the proper way that I've just explained in the video already. Then after you've interviewed the person, you need to make sure that you have enough video opportunities to get B-roll in that area. And then you would shoot the various types of B-roll that we've been talking about. And then after you're all done with that, you want to make sure you do your stand-up. So you would maybe use that person polishing the floor in the background, and you would stand in front of them, say your last 2 to 3 sentence summation, and say at the end your name, reporting from Varner Hall, I'm so-and-so. Okay? So when you go to Moodle, you'll check in now with week number 5, and if you scroll down, you will find assignment number 5. You're going to find the shot list of all the shots that you'll need to shoot for this particular assignment. This is what you're probably going to want to print out with you when you head out to do the assignment. You'll see the list that you're required is to do an interview that's 2 to 3 minutes long. Remember to ask the person on camera their first name, last name, how to pronounce it, how to spell it. Ask at least 4 questions, none of those yes or no questions. You're going to need a 2-shot of you chit-chatting with a person, so that's when the camera is behind you, having 2 people in the shot. You're going to have the reversal shot, that's when the camera is behind the interviewee, and you look and you nod as if you're understanding. You will need 5 different sequences of those tight, medium, and wide shots. So you're going to find a location, do tight, medium, wide, then find another thing to shoot, tight, medium, wide of that. You're going to have that 5 times, making sure that that shot is held steady enough for 5 or 6 seconds in the middle. You're going to have one follow action shot. That's where you keep the person in the shot and the camera follows them moving. You're going to have one walking out of shot action, where you follow the person for a bit, but then let them walk out of the shot, or let them walk into the next shot. You're going to have one static action shot, where somebody's moving around or doing an action, and you don't move the camera with them. Just shoot that. You're going to have one zoom in, where you make sure the video starts and establishes for a couple seconds before you start zooming in, and then stops at a location and establishes the end for 1 or 2 seconds. You're going to have a zoom out that does the same thing, and one pan shot, again, that makes sure the video starts and stops at a clear point, and making sure that there is a purpose for the pan for something you can write the story about. And lastly, you're going to shoot a stand-up close. You're going to stand up in front of something that relates to what your story is about. Give a 1 or 2 sentence summation of the story. For this assignment, you can make up anything you want. It doesn't have to be factual. Feel free to motion toward the thing that you're talking about. And at the end of your summation, say your name and add the word reporting. So if I was doing a stand-up after my 1 or 2 sentence summation, I would say, I'm Kathy Schafran reporting. So when you're done, you're going to post your video clips that you shot here, where it says Assignment 5, post video clips here. You can post the files any way you want. It might be more helpful if you post them in groups, like here's the first sequence with my wide, medium, tight. You could title it First Sequence, or you could title it Zoom In, or you could title the file Follow Action, or title it Interviewee, and then attach it here on this link. If you would prefer, you can post each of your files separately with no identification. If that's the case, then you're leaving up to me to figure out what you've posted and that you've met all the requirements. This particular link on Moodle will allow you to submit up to 50 files, and each of those can be up to 200 megabytes. And according to my calculation, if you submitted each of the files separately that I've asked for above, that would be 25, so 50 that's allowable should be more than enough. If your interview for some reason goes beyond that 200 megabytes and it won't load up, then go ahead and shorten it up just to fit the size and put a sentence in there explaining to me that you've shortened it to fill the location. Okay, so the last thing we want to talk about is how you sign up to get the equipment. Possibly you will have done this already if you're watching this video after having signed up by Sunday or Monday, but I want to review it with you. In week 5, there is a sign-up sheet. If you click on that, you see that I'm asking you to put your name on here by Monday at 10 p.m. So make sure that you get that done. And basically what you will see here are a variety of times where you can sign up to take out equipment. Please note that you only sign up for one of these times. Okay, sign up by Monday at 10. The sign-up sheet is for this week only. When you arrive at your appointed time, please bring your memory card with you, and please have a copy of your shot list in print or electronic form. Also, when you arrive, I will be around for a quick review of how to use the equipment. You will have watched both of the videos on how to use the equipment and how to make your shots. I will put it in your hand and go over the equipment with you when you get in there. You have 3 hours to use the equipment once you head out after I'm finished with your discussion period, but please don't worry about that. I'm generally finding the people who've done this exercise in the past have taken perhaps around an hour to get it done. So while I'm giving you a 3-hour window, you could probably count on being out for less than that. So the days that you could sign up, Monday, and as you see here, anywhere between 10 and 5. Once you sign up, you have 3 hours from that period of time to get the assignment done as far as shooting it and come back. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are all times available to you. You want to make sure that you sign up for one of those times. As soon as you finish shooting, you come back with the equipment, you give it to me, you take your memory card out of the camera, and you go ahead and load up to Moodle the clips that you have shot, and then the assignment is done.
So in case you're wondering how you physically go ahead and put your name there, if you click on Edit on the top, that will take you in here. Let's say I want to shoot on Monday at 11, so I put my name, Kathy Shafran, in there, and then I go down to the bottom and I click Save, and now not only will I be able to see that I put my name in there, but everybody else has as well. One thing to keep in mind, if you see that somebody has signed up for Monday at 11 and you really wanted that time as well, that is fine. I do have multiple sets of equipment, so more than one person can go out at the same time.
Okay, so as soon as I see your name on the sign-up sheet, I will be contacting you and letting you know where to meet me to sign it out, and I will be here to give you the equipment and make sure all of it is functioning and that you know how to handle it before you walk out the door with it. Okay, so good luck. As always, feel free to email me if you have any questions or comments on the assignment. I'll see you later.